Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, my name is Shay. I make lifestyle content and I recently became a mom about 6 weeks ago. I also have a little special guest here with me, so if you hear some noise, just, kind of bypass it. But I'm just here sharing my journey with mostly first time moms and moms who are just interested in just learning more about this journey and creating a community. Because being a mom is difficult, but it's the most rewarding thing that you could ever go through. And so my journey started when I had my own natural birth about 6 weeks ago at a hospital in the tub, and I had no medical intervention, no medicines, or nothing in that nature. So I'm just here to kind of share my story with you guys and let you guys know exactly what I did to achieve that natural birth that I desired. So let's just jump right into it. I feel like this should be number one. Number one is working. If you are currently working a job and it's not like a very strenuous job where you have to lift and do all those things, mostly like desk jobs with light walking and sitting and things like that, I literally worked all the way up into 40 weeks. And I would say that really helped just to keep me going, keep my mind going. And time really flew. Also, you're exercising, that walking. And so, for instance, I would park in the garage and I would walk from the garage to my lab while I worked instead of catching a shuttle. So doing little things like that, and then doing morning walks with my dog. So I'll do morning, afternoon, and night walks with my dog. So I'll try to get like a 30-minute walk in at least outside of working. So walking for sure, working full time, or just like staying active. I don't want to say working, staying active throughout your entire pregnancy. Like don't lounge around a whole lot. I know first trimester, I slept a lot, so that's cool. Second trimester, I was more up and active, and third trimester, same way. Another thing that I did was mile circuit. It is a hour and 30 minutes, so 90-minute circuit, and where you sit in 3 different positions or maybe 4 different positions for 30 minutes apiece. And that kind of helps position a baby to keep the baby from being breached or sunny upside. Okay, sorry guys. All right, so mile circuit help position baby. I think after week 20, baby goes head down, and that's when they're supposed to pretty much stay there for the next 20 weeks. But for some reason, some babies don't position that well, so you have to kind of position them or help them position. And then instead of sitting on the couch watching TV or sitting at the table eating, I would normally just sit on my birthing ball at night, watch a movie while I'm on my birthing ball. I would eat like certain little snacks, not like a full dinner on a birthing ball. I think that's a little extreme. But anytime you feel the need to just kind of like sit and rest, I rested on my birthing ball. And I just kind of like did some back and forth motions, some swiggles and things like that. You can kind of find a few different videos on YouTube to kind of show you what exercises you need to do on the birthing ball. So I just kind of did that and did like 30-minute birthing ball exercises and things like that. And the closer it got to my due date, the more intense I started to like sit on the ball and do those exercises because, once you get to that third trimester, you're ready to drop baby. Another thing that I did was I started doing curve walks. Yeah, maybe 34, 35 weeks, 10 minutes on 5. So it's like you alternate legs for 10 minutes on a curb. And I just kind of found a curb outside, like outside of the dog park, and just did that. Hello, man. Hi. So curb walks, 30-minute walks, or staying active, walking, just making sure you're getting exercise in. That's the biggest thing. Like outside of your birthing ball, mouth circuit, and things like that, you want to stay active. Then at 35 weeks, I started taking raspberry leaf pills, primrose oil pills, as well as doing perineal massages, eating dates, and drinking raspberry leaf tea. So with the raspberry leaf pills, I took 3 in the morning and 3 at night. So in total, 6 a day. Sometimes I just took all 6 at once. I ordered some from Amazon for about, I think it was like $10, $15 or something like that. I think it was like Nature's Way raspberry leaf pills. So I did those I ended up running out of them and I just didn't get any more. So I did that for about 2 weeks. So I maybe did it from like 37 to 39. And then I also did primrose oil pills. They were like $20 on Amazon. And so I would take 3 pills and just insert them vaginally. You have to make sure that you're pretty much going all the way up. Like you want it to pretty much touch your cervix, kind of like you're getting a pap smear. So I took 3 of those at nighttime and I just inserted those. And I think they were like 100 milligrams if I'm not mistaken. And then I would bust open one of the pills and I would get the oil from there and do a perineal massage. If you don't know what a perineal massage is, I'll try to link a picture up here somewhere. But do your perineal massage because that will also help you from tearing. I didn't tear it all during my birth. And I was able to have, once again, a natural birth. And my baby head was very, very funky. So if I was able to not tear, I know that you can too. And if you do, it's perfectly fine, but you want to kind of like get less of a degree of a tear as possible. So I would say that the perineal massages most definitely help that. And then eating dates. So I would just add about 6 small dates or eat 3 large dates a day. And dates are disgusting. Even though they're sweet, it's like a big raisin, but like the texture is so bold that sometimes it's hard to eat them by themselves. So instead of eating dates by themselves, I would just throw them in my smoothie, and it was much easier that way. So eating dates, I feel like definitely help because they help ripen the cervix. Oh, raspberry leaf pills. It helps tone the cervix and the uterus, kind of get it ready for contractions when it's getting the muscle ready to contract when it's time for labor. So the day of, once I knew that I was in labor, I got to the hospital, and once my doula got there, I started doing lunges on the steps. I'll insert a picture here. Lunges on the steps. So I did that for about 10 to 15 minutes. I did it up the stairs. It was like 4 flights, and then back down the stairs. And then after that, I went in and I started to do nipple stimulation. I really feel like the nipple stimulation kind of like took me from like early labor to like the beginning of the active labor phase, because that's when the contraction started speeding up. So I highly recommend nipple stimulation. But I was reading that you don't want to do nipple stimulation before you get to the hospital because it can get kind of intense. Ooh, nice burp. And then after the nipple stimulation, I did the dilation station. Dilation station definitely took me from early active labor to like it's time to start pushing in a few hours or minutes or however far you are. I definitely feel like it took that floating baby down to a negative station. And if you're not familiar with stations, I will do a video on what it means to be in like negative station and things like that. So I did dilation station, and that's pretty much where you sit on the toilet backwards. And it is very painful because there is so much pressure on your behind as well as like your vaginal area. But it also is like a very intimate station that you can do with your partner, where they kind of just, get those oxytocin hormones flowing, because we know oxytocin hormones are those love hormones. Y'all, my fiance gonna get me for not wearing a ring, but know that I am on the way to getting married. Okay, back to the thing. So dilation station is like the area where you pretty much get your pelvis open, get baby down, as well as like that's an area for you and your partner to just kind of get those oxytocin hormones flowing, which helps cause the uterine contractions, which helps bring baby down and get baby out so that you can enjoy your new bundle of joy. And also I did like just at the hospital kind of sat on a birthing ball. It was hard for me to relax and rest on a birthing ball, more so because I was hurting. It was so much pressure. So I didn't really do a lot of the sitting on the birthing ball in the beginning of, at the end of labor, or like in the active labor phase. It was more like towards the beginning when I first was admitted to the hospital. I sat on the ball for a while and kind of just like rolled back and forth, nothing too big. And guys, that is it. Oh, hypnobirthing. A lot of people did talk about hypnobirthing, so I did a little of that where I pretty much sat in the tub and listened to affirmations. I recited affirmations and I prayed. I am a prayer warrior, so I prayed and I just took that time to kind of just like connect with me and my baby and things like that. And another thing, this is a disclaimer because a lot of people may feel indifferent about this, but using a contraction app was not a thing for me because my contractions were so irregular that my doula and my midwife, as well as my fiance, did not even know if I was actually in active labor or early labor because my contractions were so like irregular. So I say listen to your body, tune in with your body, tune in with your baby, and don't worry about like the contractions because I knew that my baby was closer than what the app was saying. And even in the beginning, the app was telling me to go to the hospital like 3 days before he was due. So I say, you'll know your body, you know your body, and you will know when it's time for baby to come. And that's the first time, Mom, I even knew that. So I have faith that you guys will know that too. So yeah, just to sum it up, staying active if you're working and it's not a strenuous job, definitely continue to work as long as you can. Taking those 30-minute walks, doing those 10-minute curve walks as often as you can. I would say starting at least 35 weeks just to make sure baby is positioned. Doing those mouse circuits, mouse circuits definitely help position baby. And it's very like tedious because it's like you're literally just sitting there, but I would literally fall asleep and take a nap in those, and you really kind of wake up, you're like, wow, it actually felt pretty good. It's like a really deep stretch. And then the supplements and things that you can take, like the raspberry leaf. I also did raspberry leaf tea. I drank it a little bit, but it was kind of nasty. So yeah, I did raspberry leaf tea, which also is supposed to kind of have the same effects as the raspberry leaf vitamins that I take or the supplements that I took. So I was taking 6 of those a day, and I may drink like a cup or 2 of raspberry leaf tea every other day or so, as well as the dates, making sure you're eating those dates at about 35 weeks. Go ahead and start eating those dates, getting your cervix ripened and ready so that you can be fully effaced and push baby on out at the day of, as well as the primrose oil. The primrose oil helps soften the cervix. So soften, toning, just all of those things just really help your body do what it needs to do when it's time for a baby to come. So that is pretty much all that I did, and I hope that helped you guys. And if you guys have any questions, please feel free to ask me in the comment. And do not forget to like, share, and subscribe if you would like to see more of these videos on how I achieved my natural birth. No medications, no interventions, all me trusting my body. And that is all. Until next time, you guys, I love you guys. You guys have a great day and great night. And Halo and I are going to enjoy the rest of our night, get some dinner cooked, and hopefully get this little baby to sleep. Until next time.